Yo, what the deal? This your man Frank Dutch right here. I'm back at y'all with another video, man. And today I want to talk to y'all about a video that I just seen here recently called UAD Wake the Freak Up. Shout out to Barry John's Studio Talk, his channel. I'll have his link down in this subscription down there. Follow his page. He's dope. I'm gonna keep it real. But originally this video was gonna be disputing what he's saying. But the more I think about it, I really can't. Although it is a few things that I don't really agree with fully because I understand and I have a certain workflow too. As a matter of fact, one of the points that he made earlier in the video kind of negates everything he was saying about universal audio, where he's like, just because I don't need it doesn't mean you don't. You know what I'm saying? That kind of overall explains everything, like why people still buy it, why people still use it, and everything like that. It's a whole thing of preference. One thing he's very much right about is the updates. And originally I was kind of thinking like, okay, plugins are the updates. You understand what I'm saying? They even, as a matter of fact, they even brought us Luna. They brought us a whole new DAW. You know what I mean? That's pretty dope. Like it's pretty dope. It's like Pro Tools, but a little less complicated, I think. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just me from just from being able to work with this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have a clouded vision on what's easy and what's not. Just from doing it so long, I'm able to apply the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But the updates, man, he's kind of right about that. Like they don't really update the plugins. And one reason maybe because they're modeled after vintage gear. Like, you don't update vintage gear, like you keep the classic sound, you repair it. That's a ode to his point about people living in the past, I guess. But you can't deny the sound that analog gives, man. I know it's a lot of plugins, a lot of other plugins that emulate hardware, but universal audio, man, I feel like they get more of the stamp. If it's not the actual company, I feel like they get more of the stamp because a lot of these companies endorse universal audio with these plugins. One thing that I do wish they would do as far as an update is concerned, man, like that they've never done. I wish that they would make a situation where you can use all of your other plugins in the universal audio space as well. It's a lot of plugins that I would have loved to use, that I would love to use in unison with the universal audio. That's not necessarily universal audio plugins, and that's one update that I do wish would happen. But other than that, man, like I still stand on. I don't care how powerful your computer is. The less the processor is being worked, the better it's gonna operate. You know what I'm saying? If you have a good solid state hard drive that's separate from the hard drive that you're running your sounds off of or you running your sessions off of, man, you are fine, yo. Like having extra DSP in your interface to be able to run other plugins, that's innovative still to me to this day. Like I don't like I'm not living in the past. I'm not, doing none of that stuff. Like as a matter of fact, I've been on a quest trying to put together the best hybrid situation where I'm blending analog and digital because I love both sounds, which is one of the reasons why I invested in universal audio, because that's the sound and the workflow that I'm working with. Again, it's not about what you doing. It's about what I'm trying to do with my workflow and my sound. Going back to earlier what I said. I feel like that statement that he made kind of negates the whole video. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really about what you feel comfortable with. It's really about what you want to use, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's an argument too much more of what's the best. As long as you got a solid computer, and as long as you got some money, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this stuff is expensive, especially these new Apple computers with the M1 chips and all of that. You know what I mean? He did make he alluded to a good point that I think I talk about a lot. Um, Macs and PCs, they're good. You know what I'm saying? They both work. PCs work pretty good. It works. You understand what I'm saying? Ask everybody with Fruity Loops. Ask everybody with Cubase and everything like that. It works really good. But Macs are just better. I believe it's the operating system, man. It's the way that operating system is and the way things are written for that operating system. It's just smooth, man. It just runs smooth. You have issues where things run slow sometimes or whatever, but a lot of the time it's hardware issues. Things like you're not running your sessions off of a separate hard drive. Also, the processing power that you have on the particular computer that you're using may be a little, subpar. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like it's all about what you doing. It's all about what you trying to put together, man. Another point that I want to make about the universal audio interfaces, man. Yeah, they're expensive, man. Coming in the door, they're gonna hit you for $900, but they also are gonna give you a bunch of vouchers for plugins. You know what I'm saying? Like they give you plugins to start off with, even like that's really really good. And as long as you have the main basic knowledge about gain structure and mic placement, man, you can kill. The reason why I rock with Universal Audio so much is because, and I feel like a person should invest in it when they just starting out, is simply because they have better preamps. In my opinion, they have better plugins simply because you can do this. You can run those plugins in unison. What does that mean? That means I can take a SSL channel strip and I can put that on the channel, and it'll take my microphone and run it through the goddamn circuitry of a SSL console, which to me is different than just putting it on a aux channel or putting it on the actual channel that you mixing on and recording through it in real time. I feel like it's different to me, man. I'm used to working in a studio, so I understand how the console works. But like I said, my only thing is I agree with him. I agree with him with a lot of what he's saying. Some of it I don't. But the main thing I do agree with him on is those updates. You know what I'm saying? I really wish they would come with an update that would make it so I can use whatever plugin I want within console. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about that, man. I just wanted to address that real quick. Shout out to you, Mr. Barry Johns. I'd love to like really chop it up with you about this for real, man. So reach out, you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely respond. And this ain't no bash to you or nothing like that. It's really just, raising discussions within our communities, you understand, and amongst each other as engineers. I'm sure it's a lot that I can learn from you, you know what I'm saying? We can learn from each other, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, with that being said, man, links down in the description, man. This your man Frank Dutch right here, man. Y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Peace.